this sort of start.
Luis Diaz was the star of the show tonight, but Cody Gakpo got a goal, and that's 4 in the last 3 for him.
Cody, well done. You're used to winning this season, but considering the opponents, is that the best win this season?
4-0. 4-0, I think good result against a very good team. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's a good one.
In terms of performance, what pulled you through? Because on the hour mark, they are very resilient.
Yeah, they played a very good game, a very tough opponent, but we kept going, we kept trying, creating chances, defending well, yeah, in the end the goal came, and then, yeah, I think that won us the game, the first goal.
Absolutely, you needed that moment of brilliance to unlock a defence.
Yeah.
Where do you place that pass by Curtis?
I think fantastic pass by Kurt and amazing finish by Lucho. So, yeah, what I said, I think it was very important to open the game. And then after that, I think, yeah, it was a little bit more easy to score the second, the third and the fourth goal.
And what part did the crowd play again tonight? Listen to them now. It's special, this stadium on European nights, but they helped pull you through, didn't they?
Yeah, like they did last weekend as well. So what part they play, I think they play a very big part. I think every game again, they are there for us, and we try to show them what we got to make them proud.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Cody Gakpo, I should say, just backing up what Martin had to say about the role the Liverpool crowd had to play tonight. But the players did have to start scoring some goals, Martin. And the first one, do you often say that no reason two of them can't play?
Yeah, I think so. You got to get them both into the team. We spoke about potentially Gakpo centrally and Diaz off the left. I think either can play in the number 10 position. I've been overly impressed with Slobberslide this year. Wasn't surprised he was dropped this evening. I just think those two have a real kind of goal threat. Gakpo and Diaz, they've looked really bright since the start of the season, and he's dovetailed between them both off the left. I think you got to get them both in the team.
Anyone want to agree or disagree, hopefully, with Kenny on that?
He's in a roll at the minute tonight, so I'll go with him. You know.
We can look at Cody Gakpo's goal. This is the one that made it 2-0 and pretty much sealed things.
Yeah, there's suspicion offside when it went to VAR. I think the linesman gave it, and then the VAR made the right decision. They automated offside. But again, it's a fantastic header. And you always say, I think, when you're attacking down one side, obviously Mo Salah with the cross, you want your opposite winger to get in the box. He comes in brilliant at the back post, and that's a class header, a bit old school.
Brilliant first time cross on the weak foot for.
Yeah, well, what you would say in the three centre halves in the middle are not covering themselves in glory from a Leverkusen point of view. They should be in line with the wing back, but it's a lovely diving header. I mean, it's a bit old school. I don't know. I'm trying to think of now of an ex-Liverpool player who does diving headers in the past, because we've done with the first goal. But look at that, beautiful.
John Toshak.
John Toshak header at the back post. There you go. But it's a brilliant, it's a brilliant finish. And again, I mean, the automated offside got it right because he was definitely onside.
It's funny that Salah's played it with his right foot as well too, and that's only about 7 or 8 minutes before he where he slashed it one with his right foot. So the confidence in the lad to do that again, you know. Listen, he's a quality player.
Yeah. Do you agree in the defending for that one? The three centre halves.
Yeah, exactly. You can only take your line off the last defender. If it had been a yard deeper there, I think one of them maybe gets in contact with Gakpo. But that's the strength he has as well. Got a good head of the ball, quite physical. He puts himself into those positions. He's a very technical player, moves well over the ball, but he is a threat when he gets into the penalty box as well.
Funny with Salah, obviously, I mean, he's known as a goal scorer primarily, but that's 16 games this season, 9 goals and now 9 assists, because he actually set up the next goal we'll see in a moment. But that's pretty productive from a team point of view for a man who's playing for a new contract.
Or maybe he's playing for his future for the next club. Look, he's a brilliant player. I think you always talk about Liverpool, you're always talking about Mo Salah after every game, it seems, you know. Again, it's a fantastic cross to the back post. I don't think, again, the defending's overly great from Hoffman. He gets bullied by Diaz on the back post. You know, this should be dealt with, really, Kenny, the easy ball into the box. He gets a bit bullied on the back post.
I actually thought he struggled tonight, Mo, with Salah. I thought Sipier got the better of him in 1v1.
He ends up setting up 2 goals.
Just seen two assists, you know.
So the point is, when you back off and you give him space, he still has that quality. But in 1v1 situations against the young Ecuadorian, he came out on top. And that's an indication. It's only a small thing, I know, but he hasn't got that pace, hasn't got that turn of speed.
Would he disagree with you there, young man, tonight? I think that Salah's would be sitting in the bath and saying, yeah, 2 goals, made the 2 goals.
Yeah, no.
And where was my defender, the boy that's supposed to be marking me?
Well, he was narrowed up. There was a little run on his insides, which was Struman a little bit narrow. The only point I make about Salah, if he gets space, man, he's a clever operator and he finds little pockets of space. He's still a brilliant finisher. But in his prime, he could race past people in 1v1 situation. No, I understand.
Most of the
it's a
time.
fair. It's a fair.
Here, can I just say something? I'm glad you disagreed with him for once. It was winding me up there for a minute.
This is what Liverpool are going to have to assess in terms of giving him potentially a 3 or 4 year contract in the summer. Is he going to be able to maintain that level over 4 years?
He's maintaining the level. He is still in his prime.
In terms of goals and assists, but in terms of his physical condition, you can see he's not moving over the pitch as well as he did previously.
But his game is goals and assists, Martin.
Absolutely, Johan. You're spot on. You've just made my point. You've just made it 9 goals and 9 assists. That's not too bad at all from a lad who's, essentially out of contract in 6 months, 7 months' time.
The other thing as well, as you're forgetting, his peak fitness. Like, I know you're saying maybe he's paced a bit, but still the way he looks after himself. You see him, he's top off. I'm not going too deep here, but he's absolutely risked.
Yeah, but you can spend as much time as you want in the gym. Shay, you can push 120 kilograms. It's not going to give you an extra yard of pace. Once you've lost that pace, you've lost it.
I don't think he has.
So he's just going to have to be. Oh, he's clearly lost it. That's obvious.
But if he's lost the pace, then how is he still getting in position to score the goals and set up the goals?
Because he's standing still. Because good players are smart. They stand still. They find pocket. But you look at his goals there tonight. He wasn't racing past people. That's my point.
You've had a good evening. So don't
You've got to spoil it now, Kenny.
Don't spoil it. The lad's still a really great player. Whether he's in a standing position or whether he can move, he still can go past players. Maybe it didn't happen tonight for him, but at the end of it, he still goes past players. But again,
he slashed at that one with his right foot. He could have come on with his left foot and scored. We're talking about a goal and 2 assists. You can't come off the pitch and go, he's had a poor game. Like.
Don't write off the players yet.
Would you give him a massive contract though? Bearing in mind you've got the Trent situation, Virgil van Dijk as well. You can't be. I don't know if you can hand out contracts to all 3 of them. Salah's obviously getting on age-wise. Would you keep him?
How old is he?
32, I think.
30, is it? I thought it was
32 and slow number.
Oh, jeepers.
32 and as quick as ever. 30. I'd give him another 2 years. Absolutely, because he's I would.
It's difficult to replace them goals and assists, whatever way you want to dress it up.
It is.
Take them goals and assists, then they won't be as
exactly.
good.
Yeah, but it looks as if he looks after himself as well.
If he demands 4 and his agent says 4 years or nothing,
you're getting rid of Trent as well.
I think that's a different issue. That's true. That is definitely a different issue. But if you were looking at 2 more years, he might get 4 years in Saudi.
Give him a year.
Luis Diaz scored. What goal are we at now? There were so many in such quick succession. We were up to 3-0 there. Where were we? Yeah, so let's have a look at the 4th goal here, Martin. Yeah.
4th goal. By which time Leverkusen have been trying to score a goal. Look at the number of white shirts that are up the field. Doesn't really matter. But our big Uruguayan friend, he's not sure what he's going to do with it. He decides to have a shot, even though he could have passed it about 5 minutes earlier. And the ball falls to Diaz, and there's.
I think that's the frustrating thing from Núñez. He's just frustrating, isn't he? Like it's a 4v2. Like, can he make the right decision? Can he make the right pass?
And to be fair, he did well at the Salah goal against Arsenal. Occasionally, he does produce composure.
But then it's frustrating. You're watching that. He's falling on his backside. It's an easy pass on. He gets lucky because it goes off the defender straight to Diaz. But it's poor from Núñez.
Occasionally, not good enough, is it, for a Liverpool number 9 picking the right option? That's why he's not in the team.
Right. Okay, well, I don't know. Wait a minute. I think
he's a good option. He's different, Martin, isn't he, in terms of what you get from Gakpo? Of course he is.
Do you know what? If you're having a half decent run, which he is at this minute, when he's in and out of the team, but if he has an opportunity there, I think I would have taken that on myself. With 3-0, listen, I'd like a goal. I'd like to get my stats up a little bit, And I think, well, let's have a go, even though it's the wrong option.
wrong option, but take that option if you're a striker.
Yeah. It's not going to make
Embrace the wrong option and run with it.
Embrace the wrong option. Well done, mate.
Did you mention Queven Kelleher's saves? He made a few towards the end of the match.
I did, yeah. And the reason I say that is sometimes, we talked about the first, Champions League game in front of the Anfield crowd because he played behind closed doors before. But again, the big thing about these saves is he's not had nothing to do the whole game. I was actually saying to Martin off air, has Kelleher made a save yet? And then he's jumped into life for the last 5 minutes to go. That's a brilliant save down to his right. Jumps straight back up again, and again, Virgil with the follow up, and it's a big block with his foot. When you're that tall, it's easier sometimes to use your feet or your legs to get it away. And again, this is another save late on. I think, Owen, you were hammering him for not getting it around the post. But
I just kind of think he could push this one away, Shay. I'm going to use my goalkeeping expertise here. He's just palmed it straight back out into the danger.
Yeah, the thing is, when it's coming at that pace and that power, sometimes you're keeping it out. You can't really have time to direct it anywhere. It's a really strong hand. And again, for me, the thing that I like about that performance is concentration levels to that level, right to the death, and he's kept another clean sheet. And again, we talk about Alisson being number 1. He's definitely doing himself no harm at all by his performances.
I'm going to accept everything he said from a top-class goalkeeper.
To be fair, I can't really.
Thanks, Mark.
Bow to Shane.
Kenny's going to disagree.
Shay's talking up a future Liverpool number 1 there, if I'm hearing correctly.
Yeah, you'd have to watch our pre-match chat to get that one. But what about the performance of Liverpool in the second half? Again, we did the Brighton game at the weekend, and they were shocking in the first half of that. Not brilliant again tonight in the first half. Are they just becoming this team that can do it in the second half?
Yeah, it's a good sign, I suppose, in terms of character and self-belief. They back themselves. I don't think it's the ideal in terms of not turning up for 40 minutes of a game of football. I think eventually you're going to get caught out. But yeah, I think second, it just looks a really good spirit within the group. The substitutions who come on always seem to impact the game and really seem to be pulling for each other, the whole group. There's clearly quality sprinkled all around the pitch, particularly in the higher areas of the pitch. I was impressed with Gravenberch this evening, I have to say, in centre midfield. He played that holding number 6 position, the centre of the pitch. And I thought he played very well first half when the whole team kind of struggled. And this is what I'm talking about. Just the simple things, really. Trent Alexander getting caught up the pitch, drives across, doubles up a Kanate. Again, senses the danger on the inside, breaks up a potential attack. That's all you have to do, disrupt the rhythm of the opposition. And he's more than capable of this. This is like one of his strengths. He's a box-to-box player. Technically, he's very good. But Liverpool have other players in the team. McAllister, Curtis Jones, even Harvey Elliott, who can do this as well. What they don't have is a holding midfielder who's quick over the ground, can sit in the pocket and make tackles and sense danger. And he's been doing that this season. AC Milan away in this competition, and Leipzig, he done really well. And like again, we're seeing his attacking qualities here, but when he sits behind the ball and discipline and gives that counterbalance to the likes of McAllister and Curtis Jones, that's what Liverpool need. That's what they've been crying out for a couple of years. He could be the solution.
It was seen as a problem position, wasn't it? And we spoke about him earlier in the season. I got the sense you weren't convinced right at the start of the season that he was going to be the solution. Is he winning you over?
But Klopp brought him in. He couldn't get Casiado last year. Lavia went, that type of player. So it was almost like I wouldn't say a panic buy bringing him in, but very quickly, he never played him there, Klopp. He obviously had a look at him and thought, I can't trust him. So he ended up playing at that attacking midfield position. He played a few minutes here and there, but Slot clearly has sat him down and said, look, there's a position here for you here. I can build a team around you. If you can discipline yourself to play that holding midfield position. He's a good mover. He covers the ground, he eats it up. So I think he could be the answer. It's not natural to him. You can still see he wants to get up the pitch and join in. He has that quality, but if he can give that counterbalance, Liverpool are going to be stronger because of it.
What do you guys think on that?
I think, again, you've got to give the coach or the manager credit as well, because Kenny's right, he is an offensive midfielder. But again, you have to sort of try and uncoach him that, to try and stay behind the ball, to break things up. And he's grown on me every week. Every time I see him play, he's been very, very impressive. He really has. And again, you know, Arne Slot thought, well, there's a problem, as I think they tried to sign Zubimendi in the summer, didn't he? That didn't go through. And he thought, well, we've got this guy in the building, we can work with him. And I think he looks the real deal.
It does sort of feel like everything Slot is touching at the moment, it's turning to gold.
There'll be a blip somewhere around the corner.
Well, I mean, there has to be, I suppose. Yeah, there really does. But he keeps saying, "Oh, don't judge us yet. You know, wait until we get into the thick of the Champions League matches and the Premier League matches, and don't judge us in the Chelsea game. Wait until you got to start the judgment at some stage, and it's all pretty positive so far, right?"
Yeah, and again, maybe going back even to Gravenberch, you know, when you go, we talk about Rodri in the home straight. You know, the second part of the season, the big games, the games get bigger and bigger. Quarterfinals, semi-finals. Can Gravenberch and the like step up to that? But at the minute, you know, the manager can do no wrong.
No, exactly. When a manager steps in, he might see something that another manager has not seen or or has ignored in many aspects. And I think Kenny is absolutely spot on about this lad here. You know, you've had a really good evening, Matt. Really, really good evening. So honestly, it's been terrific. You should wrap up now. But it's really good. And his whole appraisal there of Gravenberch in those little clips was really terrific. So I think that absolutely right. Some people just, you know, step up. A manager thinks, you're my man. I'm going to go with you. And you feel 10 foot tall and you go with that. And whereas maybe the other manager didn't think the same things. It doesn't mean that Klopp wasn't great and it wasn't, and maybe didn't see these things. Maybe it was just that he hadn't time to put it into action. But at this minute, so far this season, Gravenberch has been terrific.
How far do you want to go on Liverpool now, having seen quite a lot of them over the last couple of weeks? Champions League winners?
Dark horses?
Can you change now?
Can you change?
From
Wild
what was
horses?
PSG,
Dark
wasn't
horses.
it, for Cody?
I think they are. They could get better as the season goes. It's just that defensive resilience which I think they have. We spoke about this season, the Premiership, not playing at their best, but seeing out games, playing in spurts and in periods of the game, but having confidence in their defensive structure. The partnership of Van Dijk and Kanata is huge to that. Gravenberch as well, we're talking about as well. That's been kind of one of the strongest parts of the team, and I think that really gives you confidence as a player, whether you're a defender or a forward. If you're in the team, Martin's been in them, where you feel as if you can give up the ball for periods of the game, 15, 20 minutes, not a problem. We'll sit in, we won't concede. You know, that gives you a huge amount of confidence. You don't have your very best for 90 minutes game out to win.
Well, listen, Kenny, you've been bigging the man up, so let's hear from him. It's Ryan Gravenberch.
Ryan, well done. Where do you place that second half by Liverpool tonight?
Yeah, I think we did really good the second half. The first half was a bit difficult. Leverkusen did it good. They pressed us really good, but I think in the second half we played with more intensity. We pressed them really good, and after we scored 4, so really happy tonight.
It felt like you were being frustrated, and then there's a moment of magic. Where do you place that pass by Curtis?
Even I didn't saw the pass, but you know, Curtis is a really good player, and he did really good job today. So yes.
In that playmaker role, is it suiting him? Does it suit him?
Yeah. Obviously, you see today, you see the pass what he gives to Lucho, this assist. Really nice.
And the finish decent.
And the finish is also decent. I think they did both a really good job today.
Well, credit to the manager because he made 2 changes, and Luis Diaz and Curtis Jones were those changes.
Yes. Obviously, Curtis knows to play on the 10. Lucho was a bit different, but I think he did a good job on the night today, so we'll see. Yeah.
What was the key? What did the manager say at half-time he needed? What was it about? It's easy to say more intensity in your play, more speed, but was that essential?
Yeah, I think that is the key, you know. And also the second half, Anfield was really amazing, you know. And then you get also more power to show yourself. And you see, in the second half, we scored 4.
Yeah, the manager wanted that. He talked about it, and he got that. Do you sense that? Is that the best atmosphere you've known here?
Yeah. Also against Brighton on the weekend, they were amazing, and today as well. So they really give us power if they like this. So yeah.
And beating a team like Bayer Leverkusen, you know their record. I think it's their 3rd defeat in something like 70 matches. So what do you take from this? It's been a great start to the season, but is this a win that gives you even more belief in certain ways?
What's up, guys? I'm back here with another video. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.